All right. Good evening, guys. This is the very first Zoom of the April Wellness Community. This is something Chris and I talked about. I'm really, really excited about it. I did a reset just about 2 weeks ago personally with a group that was phenomenal. And we had great results. We had an individual that's dealing with some real serious long-term problems. He's been on steroids, he's been on all the different medications, and he just saw all the bloating come off. We had a couple young ladies that did some great things with it. Like by and large, just a phenomenal reset. And I love having the opportunity to do that with you guys. But what's next? This is what's next. This is what we're going to do. We have all these great tools at our disposal. And truthfully, like for my team, I am so grateful for you. I had no idea when one of the very top leaders in the company messaged me the other night at like 11:30 at night. She's like, "Oh my God, Michael, you got to look. Y'all were like the fourth biggest team in the company um getting on Pivotal this month, this past week." And that's pretty crazy because that's what we should be doing anyway. But here we are, right? We're doing all the right things, and that's going to lead to great results. Um, so let me get right down to it. Like, why do you care? Because we're all here for a reason. We care about our health, we care about our relationships, we care about our families around us, um, all the different things. And whether we are dealing with weight, whether we're dealing with energy, sleep, um, mood, whether it is the constant digestive issues, whatever it may be, we are all dealing with our own things. And so, as Kristen and I were talking about this plan, we said, well, how can we make it fit for everybody? How can we adjust it so that you can be accountable to yourself? You can do the things that you need to do, but we can all still be there for one another. And so, this community, our intent is to start tonight, 3 weeks. We're going to go through April and we're going to do the things. If you chime in daily, if you vote on the things that we're going to share with you, if you get the motion in, if you do the assignments, there's going to be a drawing at the end of the week, and everybody who votes, y'all are going to be entered to win. It's that simple. I don't know exactly what the prizes are yet. Kristen and I had a couple ideas. I think we've got some good stuff in mind that we can do. If you saw the giveaway Crystal one, last week, it was like a little terrarium to keep right by your kitchen sink, but you can grow your tomatoes, you can grow your basil, oregano, whatever you want to grow. Like it was a cool giveaway. Maybe something like that. Maybe some active. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what you guys like, right? Um, so it's going to be something that universally everybody can do this. You're going to be able to take a look at your schedule and say, this is how this fits this week. Zoom is trying to sell me stuff as I'm here talking to you guys. I already paid for a subscription. We're good. Um, we're gonna make a plan tonight. If you don't have a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil handy, please go ahead and grab one quickly. While I'm getting this all wound up. So we're gonna make a plan. You're gonna know for the next week at the end of this, at least what you're doing for 3 of your dinner meals. Ideally, 5 to 7 of your dinner meals. You're going to know going into tomorrow exactly what you're going to be eating this week. And it's going to be easy because we're going to show you where the menu is and we're going to tell you exactly what to buy. But you're going to be the one making the choices, right? Easy, simple. Motion, you are going to plan out what days of the week you're going to be getting in your motion. You're also going to have a backup plan just in case one of those days falls through, right? Because I'm sure you guys aren't anything like me where things randomly pop up and suck away 2 to 3 hours of your day. But just in case, we're going to make sure that you've got a plan for motion this week. And that's going to be part of your accountability and the things that you're doing. Um, I'll get into Pivotal in just a minute. Every day, for 10 minutes a day, there is going to be some type of personal development that you are doing. Whether it is reading about nutrition, whether it is developing leadership, again, reading, whatever it may be, there is going to be reading in your day for 10 minutes. Now, I know that can be super tight if you got kids at home. You're doing the moober, Kristen. I've adopted that for my mom friends who are the sports moms. driving their kids all over the place. Audiobook would be an acceptable alternative to 10 minutes of reading. Personally, if I turn on an audiobook, I'm going to go for more than 10 minutes as long as it's a good book. Um, one or the other. We will have recommendations for books that you can read by tomorrow at 10 a.m. My apologies. I meant to put them all in a format for you. I don't have that format right now, but we will come up with a list of books. Um, and I think you're really going to like them because they're all books that we have read, and they are all really, really good books that whether you're planning on telling other people about plexus or you're just working on developing a healthier self, they're all enjoyable reads. So with that, here's how it's going to work. We're going to do this Zoom once a week, 8 p.m. every Sunday. Next Sunday is going to be the first one. We're going to be sharing our victories. We're going to be sharing something that we did that was different in our week. We're going to be sharing a little bit about the books that we are reading. So it's not going to be a full dissertation. It's not going to be anything crazy. I'm not going to put you on the spot. I know not everybody loves talking in front of an audience. Even though we're all kind of family here, I'm going to introduce you guys to Meredith, to Ethan. John is on his way to go watch the eclipse in Ohio, so he couldn't join us tonight. Crystal, I know she wanted to make it, and she wrote at the last minute. We have a handful of others. I'm going to let you guys get to know one another as we get through this. But every single day, I'm going to put up a little poll, and it's going to say, I did my reading, I did my motion, I did my pivotal meal, I followed my meal plan, and I did my daily supplements. Because we're all here, we're all doing plexus together, and that's going to be how we're staying consistent doing our supplements, right? So it'll be I did one of them, two of them, three of them, all four. Ideally, you're hitting at least 3 a day, right? Because the activity is going to be 4 days out of the week. But if you get all four for every day of the week, I don't know. Maybe we come up with like you get an extra entry in the end of week drawing, something like that. But just for voting, just for being accountable, we're gonna make sure that you guys get a chance to win something. Um, so with that, I'm gonna go ahead and break this down step by step. You get the big picture. Motion. Motion is just that. Brenda, I love that you can ride 50 miles on a bicycle on a Saturday. I'm not going to do that. My back would absolutely kill me. I would probably be in a state of paralysis for about a week. Um, that's not for me. But I can go and lift weights for 45 minutes. I could do that 30, 45 minutes. That's not a big deal. Kristen, she can go and do, it's not pound. Help me out here. I'm going to forget which one you do, Kristen. And you tell me all the time. I swear I'm listening. I promise. Burn boot camp. All right, burn boot camp. She shares pictures of this stuff. Like there are pictures of people I've seen that kind of stuff, and they're posting pictures of how much sweat they're leaving on the floor. Again, that's great. Good for you. If I'm keeping my heart rate at like 130 through a solid workout, get some cardio in, I'm okay with that. We're not looking for, okay, weights. Heavy weights are awesome. I love heavy weights. Muscular development is great, and we'll probably talk about that next week on all the health benefits of it, how it helps prevent cancer, how it helps you be resilient. Um, Big personal goal when I get to be like 80 years old, I want to be able to do things for myself, like wipe my butt. So the little things that matter as we get older, weight training is going to be big for those. Um, so motion is just that. It's 30 minutes of motion. If that's going for a walk through your neighborhood, great. If it's going for a bike ride, great. Whatever it is, get your body in motion. And I will tell you how big this is. If you're not paying attention, there have been a few times in the past probably month, I've looked at my watch on days that I knew I wasn't doing much, and I got in maybe 1,500 steps to 2,000 steps. And it's like, wow, the number of steps doesn't really define like what you're doing in the day, but at the same point in time, that's really not much motion because to get 1,500 steps only takes about 20 minutes. So, yeah, like Kristen in the comments. If I'm not intentional, I barely get 5,000. It's easy to get pulled into just sitting and being, this is our world now. Get in motion, 30 minutes. That's your first assignment. I mentioned reading. It's going to be that simple. You don't have to do a book report. You don't have to do anything else crazy, but 10 minutes is what I would encourage. You know what? We'll make it 10 pages if you're not doing audiobook. 10 pages. That's a whole lot easier to measure than setting the timer. But hopefully you fall in love with whatever it is that you decide to read, and you're reading more than 10 pages. And then pivotal. So this is where I mentioned grab your piece of paper, grab a pen, pencil. Does everybody here have pivotal right now? I'm not sure if Ethan and Meredith do or do not. If you guys can either unmute, which would be touching your screen. Ethan, I know you're not as familiar. Meredith, I love your emoji. I don't know how you did that. That's really cool. Um, I don't know.
I'm not really sure how I did it either.
And it talks. Oh my God, that's amazing.
Does
Okay,
it? Oh, my mouth moves. Oh my gosh.
this is amazing. I love this.
It's a little scary. I honestly, I don't know what pivotal is.
Perfect. Okay, so what we're gonna do, go into the App Store. Are you on your phone right now or are you on a
I,
computer?
I'm on my phone.
Okay, I don't know if it'll work while you're on Zoom, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'll walk through this, and then after the call, I can give you a hand.
Okay.
In the App Store, we have, I love, this is amazing. I gotta figure out how to do this. So in the App Store, we have an app called Plexus Go. And Plexus Go, I'll go ahead and open mine up here and let you guys see this because I can't screen share from my phone. But once you open up Plexus Go, it's going to tell you you've got points, you've completed lessons, all these different things. And it's great because we have toolkits for what's going on this month in the company. You can click on a toolkit and you can see here are the product of the month for 250 perk points, which everybody gets when they sign up with their first welcome pack. You can get a free bottle of sleep. I know people that love sleep, people that wish they could sleep. You put the two together and like, bam, here's your free bottle of sleep. That's where you'd find it. But to the point, as you scroll down just a little bit in Pivotal, or excuse me, in Go, we have an app called Plexus Pivotal. And I'm not sure if okay, it'll kind of see that there with my rim light. So once you're in Plexus Pivotal, there's a video that says get started. Go ahead in there. It's going to give you 1 or 2 minutes worth of this is what Pivotal is. And I'll tell you what Pivotal is. It's you've got your nutrition lined up in here. You have daily movements if you're looking for things to do, and it'll actually give you a couple of exercises. If you stay tuned, you might actually see me in one of them. Um, no promises, but it's possible. Uh, so you're gonna have daily movements, and then you're going to have, once you go into the nutrition part, and I'm scrolling through here as I'm talking to you, your week one nutrition, there's a short video, and it will give you options. So I know you guys can't see this super well, but for week one in mine, we've got cheeseburger salad, we've got pasta, which might not be an option for everybody. There's ground beef and sweet potato tacos and sweet potato nachos. Kristen, I know you started week one. Is yours the same? And Brenda, are you able to take a look at your, do you have Pivotal up? No, okay. Letting Kristen chat. So with that, not everybody, it seems as if, and this is something that we're learning about, as you do more iterations of Pivotal, it gives you different menus when you go around. So this is a 12-week program. We're doing 3 weeks right now. Let's say I do this again in 4 months, it's going to give me a different menu to choose from. So you can go through all of these recipes and figure out exactly what you want to do. Now, the really cool thing about it, I'm going to click on cheeseburger salad. It's going to tell me what I'm getting for my plate portion with vegetables, protein, grains, and fats, but it's also going to tell me exactly what I need for the ingredients. And then as you go down, or rather at the very top for the grocery list, it literally is just that. I need a head of romaine lettuce, 2 tomatoes, a red onion, and it goes down the entire list. So your entire shopping list is made. Um, for the sake of this being the first call, I know we don't have everybody with the Plexus Go app. What I am going to recommend is after this call, if you're not able to log on to the app right now, write down just Monday through Sunday of next week and plan out 3 days that you are going to find a meal that you can make at home. Now, the cool thing about this, let's say you're super busy. Let's say you've got kids, maybe you're watching, the Grand, whatever it may be. You're on the go, you're whatever it may be. We all have our own lives in here. I'm looking around like we've got a great crowd. Um, with that, you can you can cook your ground beef Monday and put it in a container and have it ready for Thursday. You don't have to make everything fresh. You can chop up your salad so that everything is ready to go. And come Thursday night, you throw the beef in the microwave. You grab the lettuce out while it's warming up. You put a couple of onions that are already cut on there. And in a matter of 3 or 4 minutes, you've got your taco salad ready to go. And it's a piece of cake. You can get some avocado, you can make your own custom dressing, whatever you want to do, but it's that simple. So if you have a pen and paper, what I'm going to recommend right now, and this is why I asked my wife to be on here with us because I'm going to go ahead and plan out this week's meals. Um, I'm going to propose that we're doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We have lacrosse Tuesday and Thursday. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday is our nights that we're going to be doing pivotal this week. Monday being cheeseburger salad. I said taco. Cheeseburger salad. We might mix that up because we did cheeseburgers tonight. If you all have a Lowe's near you, keep an eye out. Kobe, buy 2, get 3 free pounds of Kobe beef. It's delicious. So to get like 5 pounds of Kobe beef for I think 16 bucks, 18 bucks. Yeah, good deal. Next one that I am going to do, ground beef and sweet potato tacos. And this is exactly what we're going to be doing in the coming nights. And then Friday, we have sweet potato nachos, which truthfully, like Christine makes some really good sweet potatoes, so I'm kind of excited about that. We could probably crisp them in the air fryer and have fun with that. Sweet potato tacos. Now, if you guys are looking for um, cookbooks, Dr. Hyman has some great ones out. We can put a couple other ideas out there. Keto friendly, I've had friends who have done keto with Plexus and they've done really well. But I feel the need to point out getting a keto cookbook and doing keto for 2 meals a day and not keto for a third meal a day is a really, really good way to gain fat. And the reason for that is because as soon as you turn on that insulin response with that third meal that is not deliberately keto, what you're doing is you're telling your body to just take all those calories and turn them into triglycerides and stack them in the fatty cells and do all the things that they do. Um, that's not how keto works. So I only say that because I have had a few people who are like, oh, I'm doing keto a couple meals a day and I'm not losing weight. It takes your body some time to get into the state of ketosis. Um, if you want to talk about that more, we can talk about that more. But we'll put a couple cookbooks in there for recommendations. Final notes, daily supplements. I think everybody here is getting started. Ethan, congratulations. You wrapped up your reset this morning. Are you able to unmute? I don't know if I can unmute you.
I got a crying kid.
You got a crying kid? We do crying kids. I think that's where we started way back 8 years ago, right?
Somewhere around there.
How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good.
Good. Um, Biggest thing that you noticed on the reset to put you on the spot, like I promised I wouldn't.
My energy. When I was at work, my energy was up. I used to be tired at work, and my energy's just been wild.
Good. That's really good to hear. So, Ethan, I appreciate you sharing that. Ethan's a corrections officer at a state prison here in our local area. We're firefighters together. Like some of the stories that he shares, I joke with him and a couple of the other guys, but legit for him to have more energy and to be able to do the reset and come out with that. I love that for you. And so your next
Appreciate it.
step is going to be that you're going to do one ProBio 5, one Bio Cleanse. That's what you got. One ProBio 5 and one Bio Cleanse before you go to bed at night. And that's going to be your regular thing. Meredith is just getting started. That'll also be your routine. I recommend doing that for 3 to 5 nights. Just see how your body does with it to get you loaded on. And then in the morning, you're going to do your plexus slim. And that'll be either 30 minutes before breakfast or mid-morning, depending on what you prefer. And everybody likes it a little bit different. So feel free to mix it up a little bit and see what time works best for you. Being consistent with your supplements is going to be one of the big things part in this wellness community. Just for the sake of if we can help you guys do that, the rest of these things, having the energy to get the activity in, having the discipline to eat the good foods, and then having the focus to get some reading in, it all comes together. And truthfully, none of these things, I'm not going to say they're not difficult because we all have our own things. We all have, we totally looking around like everybody here understands having that little one and the work that that takes. If you can focus on these little things over the next 3 weeks, it's going to start a bigger cycle. It's going to start a habit for you. And I know good things are going to come from that. So with that, my goal was to be in and out in less than a half hour. It is 8:27 right now. What questions do you guys have? All right. I always
Quick question.
a couple
I'm
seconds.
sorry. I couldn't find my unmute button.
That's okay.
Um, so I have my reset that I haven't done yet. Would it be better to do my reset first
Yes. How would
and
you
then
like to
kind of?
start that tomorrow morning?
Okay,
Okay.
I can
Kristen.
do that.
So I'm gonna pair you up with Kristen. Let me tell you a little bit about Kristen. First off, phenomenal woman. Kristen and I went to high school together. I didn't really know her much. I didn't know her well in high school. We crossed paths a few times. I've gotten to know her. She's one of the nicest people. Like you're gonna love her. But when it comes to Plexus, she is legit. She's one of the top people in the company. And I know you're gonna see why. She's phenomenal at this. So she has a group that starts tomorrow. And if you're able to join her with it, she's gonna take great care of you. I'm in there, I'll be watching. But having that accountability. Kristen, how many resets have you done now?
I think this is going to be my 9th one.
Okay.
So I'm excited.
So, fun fact, a lot of people look at the reset because you can lose weight on it. And Kristen, I hope you don't mind me sharing your story, but Kristen has been kind of open. She's dealing with long COVID. Um, the major symptoms of which have been her loss of smell and her loss of taste for more than 2.5 years. And so there's this cellular process, which I know most of us in here are familiar with, but the process of autophagy, which is a cellular regeneration and the reparation of the body. We suspect that is the process that is going on that has actually let Kristen regain a little bit of smelling and a little bit of taste every time she does a reset. So there is some really good things that come out of the reset. And I'll let her touch on those in her accountability challenge. If anybody else is watching the recording of this and you want to jump in, we will get you your own. Ethan and Meredith, because you guys signed up last month, and for everybody else watching the recording who signed up last month, you also have a free reset that you can give to somebody as a gift. So keep an eye out on your email. It'll be in there. They can get a month's supply of the gut health combo, and the reset just ships free with it as long as they have that. You only have one, but truthfully, for a $90 like giveaway, I think that's incredibly generous. I've never seen them do that as a follow-on to a giveaway, so it's pretty cool. Any other questions? And Meredith and Ethan, I'm going to make sure you guys are good immediately after this with Plexus Go. Perfect. So tomorrow, your assignment, Kindle, a book that you already have that you've been meaning to read, audio book. We'll put some recommendations up in the chat immediately after this call. Find a book that you want to read, 10 minutes. Pivotal, make your plan if you have not already. Grocery list is in there. I'm telling you, it could not be any easier. And if you do 12 weeks of Pivotal, Kristen, how much do they give us? Is it like $50 worth of perk points just for going through the 12-week program? Yeah. Yeah. Just for going through and looking at the meal plan and saying, I tried this at the end of the week, for 12 weeks, they're going to give you $50 worth of free product. Hello, like, I'm cheap. If you guys didn't know, I'll drive an extra mile down the road to save 10 cents on a gallon of gas. I'm super cheap. Maybe I shouldn't be here nor there. And if there are any other questions, I'm looking over here at my notes. That's everything I wanted to cover. But it's 8:30. Thank you all so much. I love that you guys are investing in your wellness and your health, that you are here and making this a priority, because I know this next 3 weeks is going to be great. And I know that beyond that next well, I'm going to hold that for the next call. We've got ideas for beyond that. But you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.